Hi, my name is Gretchen Espinosa. I'm a certified public accountant and I have a CPA practice. I specialize in IRS tax resolution, tax planning, and tax preparation for individuals and small businesses. The purpose of this YouTube channel is to provide answers to questions that I'm always being asked by my clients and to provide educational content that could help you save money in taxes and stay current with everything IRS related. If this is something that you find interesting or helpful, please subscribe to our channel below. In this video, I will be discussing some key updates from the newly signed legislation, the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2021, better known as the Second Stimulus Bill, and its application to self-employed individuals. I will do another video later discussing the changes that apply to businesses. So first of all, who is a self-employed individual? Self-employed individual is someone that does not have a business entity formed, or a single member LLC that filed the taxes using a Schedule C within their 1040 return. This could be a real estate agent, this could be an HHA nurse. The first item that I'm going to discuss is the new stimulus payment. Everyone wants to know about this. So, for a single taxpayer is $600. For taxpayers that file their taxes jointly is $1,200, plus $600 for any eligible dependents under the age of 17. This payment has the same income limitations as the previously round, and it gets reduced by 5% of the difference between AGI and the limits. What are the limits? Well, $75,000 for single taxpayers, $112,000 for head of households, and $150,000 for married filing jointly. It will be calculated using the 2019 AGI, and the payments will be issued using the same banking information as the previous stimulus. As of now, it is not believed that the IRS will reopen the Get My Payment filing system to update banking information. However, I've provided a link below so that you can keep checking continuously to see if they will open it. If for whatever reason you qualify for the stimulus payment and do not get it because you closed your bank account, because you moved, for whatever reason, you will be able to get the payment once you file your 2020 taxes. I know it's not ideal, but at least you know it's not lost. This money does not need to be returned, even if your 2020 income exceeds the limitations that I mentioned previously. Also, if you made more money in 2019, once you file your 2020 return, it will also get recalculated and you will get the difference back. A key difference between this payment and the previously issued one is that on joint returns when one of the filers did not have a valid Social Security number, they will receive half of the payment, as well as for any qualifying dependents with a valid Social Security number. Next topic, PPP loan forgiveness. Contrary to previous legislation, the PPP loans that are forgiven will be excluded from income and it will not reduce the deduction of any expenses. In other words, this is tax-free money. For those that receive the EIDL as part of their SBA loan, they will not have to deduct it from their PPP forgivable amount. And the EIDL will not be taxable. So be sure not to include it in your calculations for income for the year 2020. Another note, very important for the PPP. If you didn't get the PPP before, a new round of PPP loans is going to open soon. So be on the lookout for that. Second point, self-employed refundable tax credit. These credits are for individuals that would have qualified for paid sick leave or family leave if employed between April 1st, 2020 and December 31st, 2020. This credit has now been extended through March 31st, 2021. It is calculated based on the average daily self-employment income. Taxpayers can elect to use the 2019 net earnings from self-employment to make the calculation in their 2020 1040 return. This is important because if due to the pandemic you had to stop working or you worked much less than previous years, you will be able to maximize this credit using your 2019 income. The first credit is the paid sick leave and it's for 10 days. if you were subject to a COVID-19 quarantine or isolation order, if you were advised to self-quarantine, or if you had COVID-19 symptoms and seeked a medical diagnosis, you qualify for this credit. The second credit is the 50 days paid for family leave. This one, if you had to take care of someone who was subject to a COVID-19 quarantine or self-isolation, or if you had to care for your child whose school or place of care was closed due to COVID-19. If you believe that you meet this guidance, be sure to take this information to your accountant when you file your taxes. Any documentation that you have will be helpful. In my opinion, this is going to be a heavily audited items in the years to come. So be sure to maintain as much documentation as you possibly can. Something that will not apply to your 2020 taxes, but is good to keep in mind for 2021 and 2022, is a change in food and beverage expenses. Previously, food and beverages expenses were only deductible at 50%. Now, for 2021 and 2022, you will be able to deduct 100% for amounts provided by a restaurant. This is, I believe, in an effort to help restaurants increase sales back after the pandemic. Thank you for watching and subscribe for more upcoming videos. Let us know if you think this information is useful in the comments below. Thank you.